So, Unit 1 of our main course. In the main course, Unit 1, it addresses with the health. Right? Why health? Let us question why that, why we should address, why should we read about, why should we learn about it. Yeah, we see health and medicine. Medicine means what again? Medicine means what? Health is what? Just health is what is your biologically you want certain thing that your body should tell you. Biologically you need something and that your body should tell you. Then I can say that you are a very healthy person. What are all the necessities of a human being? One thing what we want is we want to take air. We want to take air. Sometimes we feel that we are suffocated. That is a biological alarm. It gives you the alarm. You need the air. You get out of this place because here it is very congested. You are getting suffocated here. You go into a free place where you can breathe. Your body, your mind and everything will alarm you. And next, you need to drink water. Right? And that it will be putting such a crave in you. You have to drink water. Biologically, your body alarms you need water. Your body is losing water. Either through perspiration, whatever it is, the reason. But the body is losing water that your body is telling you. You need the food to be eaten. At what hour? You just see at what hour again. If you are daily taking your breakfast at 8 o'clock in the morning, 8 o'clock in the morning there will be an alarm. Array, it is your breakfast time, put something in your stomach. And at 1 o'clock if you are taking your lunch, 5 minutes to 1, there will be an alarm in your stomach. Array, it is empty, put something in. Right? And 9:30. What is this? You need some rest. So these are all biological alarms because they remind you we need this. Your body needs this. Right? So here, what is a medicine again? Health means when you are getting the equal or what we can say alarming, interval alarmings in your biological system, that means your body is in very good health. If something is absent, I am not getting sleep. I am not getting sleep means what? Somewhere some disorder is there in your biological system. I am not getting sleep. And I am not having hunger. I am not thirsty. Right? And I am not perspiring. You see, you have to perspire. It is also there. Right? I am not getting tired. You have to get tired. It is also the body's necessities. And again, you should crave for water. You should crave for the air. Taking in and taking out. These are all the things which your body needs. And whenever it is needed, if at all you are supplying, your body is healthy. That itself is the medicine for it. Because in our body system, our physiology, there in itself, we have a checking system. That is called immunization we call. Right? That immunization, it is there within your body. If for some reason, if it is not working, you can go to the medicines which are there in the nature. The nature's medicine Here, the E, under Unit 1, E we have nature's medicine. And I can call it nature is medicine. Your nature, body nature, it itself is the medicine. And something, if it is, we lose something, then the nature has the medicine for you. Nature's medicine. Now, this whole unit talks about your health and the medicine which you require. Or we can say medicine or remedies we can say. Medicine means not only the tablets we are taking or some syrups we are just pouring inside our body, not necessary. Some injections are to be put, vaccines are to be put, not necessary. Then you are to wake up your immunization system within your body. It should respond. Suppose you are hurt, it is bleeding. There within your blood itself there is a mechanism. It should clot. And if that somewhere weakness is there, profusely the blood will be going out. Means something is lagging. Something is not there. Understood? And the person is getting tired for even if it is slightest work. Because every person has a capacity to do certain work. And very quickly if it is getting tired, means something is there behind. Reason means he is not healthy. For appearance may be healthy, but he may not be. Earlier I used to carry 50 kgs. Earlier I used to carry 50 kg and easily used to run and catch the train also with a 50 kg. Now 5 kg, holding something of 5 kg weight, and 2 steps I cannot go down staircase. Something is missing, right? That is called health. It is not that I can walk, I can talk and I can hear, I can breathe and I can eat and all these things. No, there is something missing in your routine, means your health is not good. And everything is there in routine, then you are sound. Your health is very sound. Right? And the first thing what we are addressing here in this lesson is, do Indians get enough sleep? Means the present Indian, does he get enough sleep? I question this to many people, and every person says, what is enough sleep, sir? How many hours a healthy man should sleep, sir? Means there we have the answer itself within that question. Means the person concerned doesn't know for how many hours he has to sleep. Why? Whatever is wearing, tearing is going on in our body, that will be recovered in your sleep. You must have heard the mothers telling, "Arey, let the baby sleep, let the baby sleep." In the sleep itself, the baby grows. People say, in the sleep itself, the baby grows. Now, if you let us just go to the baby stage, infant stage, what does he do? Simply sleeps. More than 20 hours he sleeps. Then slowly as he grows up, we can see the number of waking up hours will be more than sleeping hours. Now, we should have a fixed time during this period we have to sleep. A timetable like, means you have to regulate your day, your time, your hours, your minutes, everything you have to regulate. You may sleep any number of hours, but keep in mind that it should be regular. Irregular sleeping practices we should not do. Irregular sleeping practices we should not do. Then, if at all irregular sleeping practices, then the question comes, do Indians get enough sleep? Why it comes? Because we have irregular sleeping practices. Then what is a regular sleeping practice? Then we have a saying, early to bed and early to rise. It is healthy, wealthy and wise that we say. The wisest thing is what? Early to bed and early to rise. Earlier people, ancient time, when only one profession was there were many professions, but every profession was limited to the morning hours only. And the night hours are strictly kept for sleeping. Then the people were very strong and healthy. Kilometers together they used to walk. And now everybody is seeking a seat in a bus or a train, even to go to a 50 kilometers from here to there. You may feel wonder, people were walking from here to Kajipet or Varangal by walk they used to go. What is the distance? It must be 100 kilometers or 150 kilometers. Let us make a walk. 10 kilometers walk is nothing for them. Then why I am putting this? Because they used to take rest. They used to give the body such kind of a rest that it can recover from any fatigue and it should get ready for the next day's walk. They never bothered, oh, this much of distance, why I should walk. Never they bothered. And so they used to walk these many kilometers. So let us put that away. Suppose I work in night time. What happens? And so now for every adult person, 8 hours only working hours. It is restricted. 8 hours only to work. And there are certain offices or organizations, they hire people for 12 hours. Right? And there are still some organizations, they keep men awake the 24 hours. So now let us see the difference between these people who is working for the 24 hours and who is working for 14 hours without any break or 8 hours without any break. 8 hours, that too there is a break in between, he can go here and there. 14 hours here and there. And 14 hours not moving from the place. 8 hours not moving from the place. Just you can imagine what could be the condition of that people. So we can say the health is really connected with this sleep. I don't say sleep, rest. You should give a certain amount of rest to your body and your mind. And that is the purpose why God created night. We thank Him. In the nursery rhymes, we thank God because He made the night for us to sleep. Right? So night is for sleeping and day is for working. That way we put. And day also, how many hours we are working? If you see, it would not be more than 8 hours. And that 8 are also not continuous working. Then there is a gap in between a lunch period and this recess, that recess, many recess we are having. So these two, that is to be healthy, what is necessary? Eat well, sleep well, drink well, breathe well, see your surroundings neat and clean. Then you are healthy. Then if you are bodily healthy, you are mentally also very healthy. Right? So that is what we are going to learn in this unit 1, that is health and medicine. In this we have, do Indians get enough sleep? Second is laughter, the best medicine. Laughter is the best exercise. The people who don't take any kind of tension, right? You must have seen this, what we call as a Munna Bhai MBBS. In that one, the dean is there, the college dean. He shouts at somebody and he laughs. That is, we have taken that as a comedy there. It is not the comedy, because he wanted to drive away the tension within him. And certain people, if they get anger, right, what they do is they count numbers. What for? To suppress this anger. Why? Anger brings a man tension. Tension means you will be having high blood pressure. High blood pressure means what? It is very dangerous. So, to reduce that, we have the medicine, the laughter. And there we hear there are many laughter clubs or laughing clubs. In the morning we can see when the morning walk people are going, the people will be laughing, putting their hands up and they laugh. And when they put the hands up, they have stretched their body. Means whatever the tension is there in any muscle of their body, they are relaxing it by putting their hands up. And then they put their mouth upward and they laugh. Means the lungs are cleared, the nasal part is cleared, and the cheeks which are there, they are getting contraction and expansion, everything, right? And eyes are also bulged out. When you are laughing out, not that they will be laughing like that, open, kula, they laugh it. And so that is the best medicine because it releases your tension, right? And when you are not having tension, your blood pressure is normal. When your blood pressure is normal, normal pulse rate will be there, normal heartbeat will be there, and there cannot be any kind of failure in any system of your physiology. No system, every system will be working properly. And if you are having constipation, means what? One system, excretory system is not working. Your excretory system is not working means what? You might not have slept last night. Or you are having some tension, your mind is not working. Your body is not working. Somewhere some mistake occurred and hence you are facing constipation. See, very small thing, right? And you don't have time even to go for your washroom. You don't have time to go to washroom. You have that much of homework. You have just suppressed it. You contained it. How long? And what would happen to that? You may become a patient of kidney stones because you have contained that urine within yourself. Waste products are to be left out. Under no circumstances they are to be within your body. And your excretory system should work properly. You have to sweat. You have to sweat. Sweat should go out. Right? You have to go to washroom. That should go out. And the constipation should not be there. Then your body is okay. 50% is okay. Your digestive system will be working properly. So for all these things, medicine is what? Laughter. Why? You are releasing your tension from every part of your body. Whether it is an organ or whether it is a muscle or the mind or the blood pressure, whatsoever, you are releasing the tension, whichsoever, whatsoever, wheresoever it is there in your body. So, second one what we are seeing here is the laughter, the best medicine. Now, when we talk about the restlessness, if at all you don't have rest, sir, what is this, sir? I am sitting, no, sir. Is sitting a rest? You call once. No. And there is an analysis. The people who continuously work sitting in a chair, they have very short span of life than the people one who work more in standing. Means if there is a factory of manufacture, the people who are there, they have to stand and work, right? And that fellow, the worker, his lifetime is more than the manager who sits and commands. Why? He is sitting 8 hours and this fellow is standing over there 8 hours. So, what I say is when you are sitting, that you can understand what happens. There are people here, many the students and the children and even adults of my kind also, what they do is immediately after going from the office, they again sit in the sofa in front of the TV, they ask for tea, they ask for water, they ask for something eat, and they go on eating there. So what happens? This obesity comes. Right? Obesity means weight is increasing, I cannot walk. And if I cannot walk, what I will say is I neglect walking. If I neglect walking, what happens? You see, the limbs don't work. Even if they want to work, I am getting this, I will be coughing like something. Then what happens? I cannot breathe properly. I lose my breath. I cannot. Let me sit. Hardly I would have walked for a few meters, then I get this. Why? My legs do not have any practice. Not only that, when I sit and eat, I don't bother how much weight I am putting on me. To lift 5 kg, I said it has become very difficult. If I am putting 10 kg over my body, can I lift and walk? No. Ultimately, I will have to sit, just simply shift from here to there. And slowly my legs won't be working. So what the people do is they bring the wheelchair and they cart me here and there. That also I feel very nice, okay, very good. But ultimately my obesity will be coming out of my shirt and no shirt can contain me. Then Guinness Book people will be coming. The world weightest person or heaviest person or the thick person or fattest person, that way they come. I am very happy. World Book, Guinness World Book, records of World Book, I am getting my name in there. That way we may feel happy. But when this is increasing, something has to decrease, no? Because everything is maintained in our body in a ratio. Ratio means what? This nose has a ratio with my face and so I look nice. Again, this hair, it has a ratio with my head and so my head is appearing nice. And my this hand, these fingers, they have some ratio and so it appears good. Let us think this part is attached here. This part is attached here. Do I look nice? No. Why? This is attached here, there is no ratio. Likewise, your stomach, your this and your legs, your thighs, your shoulders and your this arms, everything should be maintained in a proper ratio. Nowhere the growth should be excessive. And if at all I am sitting, whatever weight I am putting, that weight simply goes here and I become obese. This obesity, it is a very fatal to the life. Why? Your stomach and thoracic region, it has increased. But the lungs, etc., they are not increasing to such one. But the external pressure is more and inside space is more. Can it take more air, more pressure? Suppose it has taken more pressure, then to that pressure, whether your heart can work or not, pump the blood or not, no. Then what happens? Because there is space, more space inside your thoracic region, the outward atmospheric air wants to rush in, but your lungs are not so big as the air rushes in. Suppose they contain that air, but that air should be transported into the blood and there is more air in your lungs, less blood in your lungs, then that results into again the quick transfusion of gases, quick blood going inside the heart. But your heart, it doesn't got used to that quickness. Then what will occur to you? There will be a pain in your heart and you will call it as a heart attack and you will die. So the people having obesity, they die at a very early age. Maybe they have been given a title that he is the world greatest, heaviest personality, greatest, the most and heaviest. Whatever you put, you may have that, but the very shortest living person on the earth is that. And about him we are reading here, Wapping Walter Hudson. He is a person, and he has been recorded as the heaviest person, and he got the Guinness Book entry over there. But at the age of 46 he died. Means you have to, a human being lifespan is 100 years. But not even 50% of his age is covered. He died. Right? And next we are having the world of sports. Then what is this games and sports do in your life? Is it only what we can say restricted to only Olympics? Only to your what we call as the schools, the clubs alone? No. The sports should be there in your body. That spirit should be there in your body. You should play, and you should know what is the result of your games and sports. And they keep your body in a very fit and in a conditioned manner. They keep your body. And so here in this unit we are reading about the world of sports. Now, as I already told, when I am talking about this, I already told nature's medicine, because nature is having a variety of medicines. If your immunization somewhere, if it is getting short, you can take something and you can increase your immunization. Right? And that is a cycle like thing we have to see. But now, because we are having many medicines, allopathy, homeopathy, Ayurvedam, likewise we are having many things, right? And we are accustomed to that only. But we are not giving any time for your natural healing. What is natural healing? What I said is, when there is a wound here, a cut mark here, the blood comes. And after a few seconds, if you see, the blood gets clotted there. No more blood come. Means healing process started already. That time also we don't want to give. That time also we don't want to give. It has to be shown to the doctor. And it has to be, no. Here, and so here it is said, nature is medicine, or nature's medicine is a chapter here in E, and that gives us the complete structure of the medicine. Why should we take medicine? How nature is a medicine? How nature has the medicine? Simple example I will tell you. And when it is getting clotted here, people used to put the turmeric powder here. Turmeric powder. And now they are telling turmeric is an antibiotic. And neem leaves, magoza, and that leaves, and just crush it and put that few drops here and put that what we call as the haldi here and tie, you got healed. Suppose some internal what we call internal damage is somewhere we got mukhamar. Then the mothers give hot milk added with that haldi. Then your body gets relief. And now what they say is some medicinal plants we are growing. Tulasi leaf. Tulasi we worship as a goddess. In front of our house we put it. Why? The air which comes through that tulasi leaves, that can check the entry of bacteria into your house. Tulasi. Right? There are many. Aloe vera we say now. That is the best medicine for your jaundice. You take some aloe vera, this piece, remove that greenness, right? It will be just like a white spongy like and transparent piece will be there. You swallow that piece, then your liver function will be proper and you don't have the jaundice. So nature has medicine. Nature is medicine. Nature's medicine. So what is that we are going to read here in this chapter. So this whole unit talks about health and medicine.